Okay. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's here joining us. Happy to have all of the volunteers join us today to talk about this year's inaugural Days of Giving campaign that we're doing to raise money for the NGLA fund. So I'm joined today by Drew Hobson, who's our fundraising chair. We'll be walking all of you guys through what we're hoping will be a good training session for you guys so you know how to upload your fundraising platform and help us achieve our goals for the weekend. I want to talk to you real quick. We'll just start right away here with what is the Days of Giving campaign is about. So right now it's our fundraising initiative that will support NGLA's mission of encouraging fraternity and sorority advisors, students, and sponsors to contribute over a set period of time, which will be next month from April 18th through the 20th. We're going to be utilizing the CrowdChange platform for secure and transparent donations. And this is part of this training is really about helping you understand that platform and getting the most out of the platform. It's really essential to have your buy-in for this. In order for us to achieve our goals, we really need all of our volunteers. You're the ones that care the most about NGLA. You're the ones that have helped us live our success and will continue to live our success. And so we want to make sure that we encourage your participation, but also we're using kind of a crowdsourcing platform here. So unlike other fundraising platforms where there's alumni, traditional alumni who are giving to an organization, we don't have that at NGLA. So we need people like you who are some of our biggest fans to be able to go out and ask your family, friends, and colleagues and say, I really love NGLA. This is something I'm passionate about. We're fundraising for the NGLA fund that provides scholarships and more leadership opportunities for fraternity and sorority members throughout the Northeast. We would love for you if you could contribute $25 to the campaign. If all of us raise $250, that's 10 people, just 10 people at $25, we'll be able to meet our goals. We want to be able to maximize our fundraising efforts, and we know we can do this with CrowdChange. CrowdChange has been our go-to platform for fundraising already throughout this year. They're used throughout the fraternity community as well as outside the fraternity and sorority community. It's a well-respected platform, and we are lucky to have Drew, who actually works for CrowdChange, also volunteer for us. So we have a person on site who's able to very quickly help us make any adjustments that we need to make or make any changes as needed. All right, here's what we're going to do. You should have received an invitation. Drew thoughtfully went through and created platforms for each of you. Should have received an invitation to join CrowdChange. Please make sure you accept that. That will allow you to visit your CrowdChange website. There you will see a quick campaign overview. We're going to talk a lot about that today and the tools that are available for you to help you create your specific CrowdChange website page. It'll allow you to manage your donors, who you send it out to, and allow you to personalize the page. In specific, we'll talk about this a little later about storytelling, about why it's so important to support the NGLA fund and why you in particular want to see it supported. In order for this to be successful, we really need you to be able to reach out to your network. For example, I went through all of my friends and continue to go through all of my friends on Facebook. I've gone through all of my friends in my fraternity experience, my family, my friends. That's a lot of people. And for me to be able to get to about 25 donors, I know that I probably need to reach out to about 100 different individuals because many, frankly, are not going to be in a position to give sometimes. And so we want to be, it's just a law of averages. The more people we can connect with, the more we can reach outside of into our personal networks, the better off we're going to be. There are going to be pre-written templates here that we will provide for you so that if you are having conversations with those people, those will be sent following this training sessions. We're going to help you, and this is a great part of CrowdChange. There are multiple ways with CrowdChange to be able to share your platform on social media. And the other thing that's really important is it's really great if we can get some of our biggest supporters to be able to promote recurring gifts. Recurring gifts are fantastic, even if it's just $5 a month. It's a fantastic way to ensure that there's consistent support coming into the NGLA fund. All right, Drew, I'm going to turn it over to you at this point, if you don't mind walking us through the platform.
Sure, no problem. And thanks, Tom. As Tom mentioned, you should have received that email inviting you to your page. That'll come from CrowdChange, and it'll have a subject line, your fundraising page. So if you don't see that, obviously check your spam or whatever. It might also mean that we used the email different than what you prefer to use. In that case, reach out to me, fundraising@ngla.org. more than happy to switch that over for you. It's a really easy process. But let's say that you're ready to go. You've gotten your email. And if you're not joining through that email, which will provide you your page link, you can go straight ahead to, and can folks see my screen right now, Tom?
No, actually here, I'm going to bring it up, Drew. I'll add to the stage here. Here we go.
Okay, Here we go. You can just go to ngla.crowdchange.co. This is where you'll see all of the fundraisers, our award nominees, some of our board members fundraising. You can create your own fundraiser. But today we're here to talk about the 2025 Days of Giving campaign. You'll go ahead and log in up here with your credentials, which you should have received over email. Otherwise, it'll ask you to create a login. And that's where we have our page. We're all set up. We can go to our participant center, right? This is where you'll find your own page by going to personal pages, my page right here. And this is where you'll do the bulk of your fundraising management, right? This is your fundraising page. And it's already prompting you with the things that you need to do to get started. And to be clear, you don't actually need to do any of these things and still be able to raise money, because you already have a default image. You have a default description on your page. So really, you can start fundraising right away and not have to do any extra legwork. That being said, of course, we want you to get in there and make the page your own, because that's what will motivate other donors in your network to give to you, as well as to NGLA more broadly. So you can go and add your own cover photo, which will change sort of, well, let's look at what our page looks like from a public space. So this is what my page looks like if you're visiting it. You can change this cover photo to something that is you at NGLA, or you with your students, you in your volunteer gear, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you want to promote. Or you can leave the cover photo as you like. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You can also change your description here. So we'll go ahead and take off default description. And from here, we can go ahead and create our own story, our own narrative about why you're raising money and why folks should contribute to you, right? What's the impact that the association has had on you as a student, as a professional, as a volunteer, right? Maybe you're a donor as well. Why do you give? Making this page your own, having your own compelling, genuine, authentic narrative helps other people understand what you're raising money for beyond the amorphous like NGLA fund. No, I'm raising money for Tom because I can see that this has made such an impact in his life, and I want to help him out, right? That's the kind of experience that we want to give your donors when they visit your page as well. You'll also see some other things here. Let me go back actually to manage my page. There's some gamification here with the badges, but more importantly will be the mailing list. You can go ahead and import your own contacts. We have templated messages that are going to be built in, so you can go ahead and just upload your CSV of friends and family, folks that you may have fundraised from in the past for other causes. And you can go ahead and email them directly from the platform, right? You're not necessarily doing a bulk message or individual messages from your Gmail account. You can go ahead and do it in this way, where all of your messaging and everything is kept in one place for you to monitor. Super easy to do. And if you have any questions, of course, again, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Also, offline donations, I'll come to that in a moment. But here's where you can kind of look at who's donating to you and get a better understanding of your donor pool, how much your average gift is, that kind of thing. But offline donations, so say Tom has a friend that doesn't like to put his credit card online, right? But might want to send him a check or send him a Zelle directly. No problem. You can still add a donation from any other source, as long as it still makes its way to NGLA as it's supposed to. You can put it in here, right? That way, one, we're getting a holistic understanding of what we're raising, but two, that donor is still being recognized and able to contribute in the way that they prefer, right? So just adding more options for folks to give. And yeah, again, super easy. That's really the meat and potatoes of fundraising on CrowdChange. Everything's there, highly customizable, toggle on and off kind of thing. You can fundraise. Somebody could actually visit your page right now and make a gift for you. And so I really encourage you to go in there and make sure that page is reflective of, what you want to express to people. Again, telling that story of how NGLA has impacted your life and why it's important for you to be asking folks to contribute. And with all that, Tom, I don't know if there's more you want me to dig deeper on or anything, but that's how CrowdChange works. And I guess one last thing, if you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to me, but you can also find a ton of information in our help center, right? So maybe it's 11 p.m., which is when I do all of my best work, and you want to, get a quick answer. This is probably your best way to do it, right? You can't find it here, shoot me an email and we'll figure it out. But otherwise, now I think I've covered all the bases, Tom.
Yeah, just a couple things that I want to make. I noticed that there's the banking questionnaire, just so that everybody knows, when you fundraise, the funds will go directly to NGLA. They don't go to your bank account. You won't have to then cut a check back again. Everything will come into NGLA. So these platforms are your individualized platforms for yourself, but everything is connected to the NGLA universal platform, for lack of a better term, so that everything is processed through us. We take care of all that. The thank yous will come from us. The acknowledgments will come from us, all that type of thing. Thanks a lot, Drew. I'm going to come back to the slideshow now and we'll wrap some things up here.
Perfect.
All right. So as Drew talked about, really an important element of all of this is effective storytelling. While we are going to provide you with a reason to support the NGLA fund, and you are certainly welcome to use that as you go through, it is really, really important that we use our own stories. Nothing appeals to people more than saying, this is why NGLA is important to me. This is how NGLA has impacted me. You know me, you know my leadership experience, you know the things that I'm very passionate about, and we'd like you to share in that passion. So it's really, really important. As I've also pointed out in Drew's show, there's several ways for donor engagement. Email and social media shout outs are really important. So on your individual, we're going to be creating our own social media, but on the individual stuff, you are going to be able to take some of that and put it on your own social media. Please share with everyone what this experience is about. Encourage some of your friends through social media to engage with us. We're also going to be tracking things down. You are going to be able to create teams, for example. Some of the campaigns that we're working on right now that will be going out that are kind of segmented. Right now, this is the volunteer segment, but we are going to be working with fraternity and sorority advisors as well as campuses, encouraging them to create teams to do specific fundraising challenges. For example, if a campus is able to raise $500 or more for the NGLA fund, we will add a free registration voucher for next year's conference to them. If you would like to help sponsor somebody to come to NGLA's conference next year, that's raise $250 to be able to do that. And so we're really super excited about your engagement and the things that you're able to do. And we're going to track and celebrate all of you who are helping us achieve our goals. Drew already pointed out the way you can go through the help center, but if there are any things that you need, just let us know. There shouldn't be any issues with tracking, your payments and all that. That'll come through us. And personalize the page. If the personal page is not updating, let us know. All of these things, if these things come up, just let us know. These are probably the three most common issues that we run into, is either a transaction issue, page not updating, or you need some more ideas for outreach. Don't be afraid to reach out to either Drew or myself. I can be reached, as many of you already know, because you see my email all the time. It's either tom.murphy@NGLA, or you can do it at exec@NGLA. Drew is at fundraising at NGLA. And so we are monitoring that all the time. Please let us know. I am also available. I have done this for several of our board members. If you want to set up a 10 to 15 minute personalized support process, we can do that. And I will send a link after the training today, so that if anybody wants a one-on-one training session with me to set up their platform, I'm happy to provide that. Okay, so what's the next steps? We told you what our goals are. We want every single volunteer to raise at least $250. Again, break that down. That's 10 donations of $25. So to do that, we need you to set up your personal fundraising pages. We need you to reach out to your network, and then we're going to celebrate our successes through social media and celebrating you and everything that you've done. And again, save the date. We are going to be doing this from April 18th through the 20th. You can start now. As you probably saw, we've already had 2 donations come in. They will count. This is the targeted dates for where we want to bring most of our money in. But just so you know that once your account is up and ready to go and you want to share it, you can start fundraising immediately. So that we're looking forward to that. Those of you that are currently watching us on YouTube, if anybody has any comments or anything, please, or any questions, we will stand by here for the next couple minutes. But that is the end of the presentation. And we are doing another one at 5:30 Eastern time tonight. So if some of you came in a little bit late, you are more than welcome to join us then. There will also be a recording that will be sent out after these are all completed so that anybody can go back and review what we discussed today. All right, any questions?
While folks are generating any questions, Tom, you did mention about sharing out pages, which is something I skipped over. It's something, again, on your dashboard, right? There's a share button at the top right, generate a QR code, share to Facebook, X, Twitch, whatever. A couple of other different options, text. So however you want to share your page, you can. You don't have to just use the mailing list feature. And we make it pretty easy for you. So again, just one more tool in your tool belt.
Thanks, Drew. Thanks for reviewing that. All right, everybody, have a good day, and we look forward to you helping us raise a lot of money for the NGLA fund and providing a lot more scholarship opportunities for our students next year. Thanks so much.